What is going on there? Welcome back to the Director of Football, Journeyman with Shadow Parento on Football Manager 2020 with me, Foggy Place. Today we're taking on 3 de Febrero and Libertad. As you can see, league-wise, we are doing quite well. We are 3 points ahead of Libertad, who've already played today, and we have our game coming up now. 12 de Octubre have unfortunately been relegated, which, 10 points, negative 74 goal difference. It's going to happen. As it is in the league, I was looking at the goal difference. There is only 5 teams that have a positive goal difference. 3 de Febrero have a neutral goal difference, and the rest of the league have negative. It's been quite the time. So since you were here last in the draw against San Lorenzo, where we unfortunately got knocked out of the Copa Libertadores, we've gone on to play 12th October, winning 2-0 Jauto and Yeguros, both scoring. Then we played Nacional Paraguay again, after we had our double header against them previously. We drew 2-2, Machado and Perez scoring. Garcia got himself sent off in the 34th minute. That was his first game back from an injury, and he just decided, I don't want to play 45 minutes that I'm supposed to play. I'm going to play 34 and get sent off. Then against Juveneri, we beat them 3-1. Julio Cesar Martinez scored and Machado got a brace. Then against Deportivo Capitia, we won 1-0. Machado scored a penalty in the 31st minute. Other than that, the game just kind of went by very quickly. Sol de America in the Copa Paraguay semi-final, we won 2-1. Henrique and Machado both scoring. 2 penalties in this game, and both were scored, which, interesting. We've not had a huge attendance, like Olympia and the San Lorenzo game have been kind of like where it's been at in the Libertad games, but not too worried about attendance, to be fair. And then against Independiente Paraguay, we beat them 4-1. Martinez scored and Machado with a hat-trick. So league-wise, as I said, it's going quite well. We are 1 win away from Copa Libertadores qualification, although I'm pretty sure we've already guaranteed Copa Libertadores qualification, because I'm pretty sure at some point, like 3 or 4 games ago, they paid a clause in my contract that said if we qualified for Copa Libertadores, I got X amount of money. So I think we've already guaranteed it. It just hasn't appeared yet. But this is how we're lining up for the game. Before we do that, we have had youth intake. As you can see, the Director of Football has already signed the majority of them. In terms of best player, Enrique Chavez is the best player that I haven't promoted to the first team. He's a 4.5-star potential centre back, 16 years old, looks quite good so far. He comes in as our 8th best centre back, which, to be fair, not terrible. We have a winger who is meh, a right back who is meh, and a centre midfielder who's, he's got good teamwork, so he'll probably be a decent box to box, maybe. But I don't think we're going to be using him all too often. And then a bunch of shitters were signed as well, just because, you need players. But we brought Diego Sanabria up. He played in the game against Sol de America in the Cup. He's not eligible to play in the league, but look at these numbers for 17. He is 17 years old. I'm really annoyed that I can't register him for the league, because I would definitely put this guy straight into the first team. He is very good. But for the 3 de Febrero game, we are starting with Kekeresh in goal. Geraldo, who he is fit again. He picked up a bit of a knock in the last game, but he's fine to play now. Luis Ricardo starts at left back because Guzman has annoyed me. Martinez and Henrique in central defence with Ben and Garcia ahead of them. Ticano, Felintis and Chao starting as a wide man. Perez and Machado up front. Rijkaard, our substitute goalkeeper, played because Kekrish had food poisoning, and that was the game, I think it was against Guarnari, where we drew. So he didn't have the best of debuts, but it wasn't terrible, you know. I kind of just, we didn't have much of a choice, and it was fine. Machado has been lethal this year. He has 40 goals now, 34 in the league. He's just suddenly exploded into goal scoring form this year. And like I said in a previous episode, he's never been much of a goal scorer until this year, and he's just decided this year it's a breakout season. At 24, he's just put that one over. How old is Machado? We're not going to find out just yet. The Mexican, I'm kind of curious. How old is Machado? Machado, you are 24. I was right. Yeah, so our 24-year-old Mexican striker who's just given away a free kick. He is not a defender by any stretch of the imagination. But he's been on fire this year, and it is quite nice to have a striker scoring many goals. But interestingly, he's the deep lying forward, and he has been the majority of the season. His 41st of the season. Speaking of the devil, it's I've never had a deep lying forward in a two striker partnership score this many goals. Normally it's the one that's kind of the further forward of the strikers, the like advanced forward, complete forward, maybe even a poacher. Not that I use poachers very often, but yeah, it's been a time. I wasn't expecting to come into Cerro Porento and be challenging for the league, I suppose. I didn't think we'd make it quite as far as we did in the Copa Libertadores in our first season either. And we just conceded to a rather spectacular goal. 3 de Fevereiro are 7th in the league, I think it is. So this is unexpected. But they'd move up to 6th with a draw for now, because Guarnari have a game later today. But I think we should be able to see them off. We just have to wait and see. I can't wait for next season for January, when some of the players, some of the new players come in, or we just get new players in general. So we're definitely lacking depth. Like as it is right now, we're playing what is essentially our only two central midfielders. And I've been getting Alfonso. Oh, we've just conceded again. Just before half time. This is not ideal. Nestor Alfonso is an attacking midfielder who I'm playing in central midfield. And Sanabria is a defensive midfielder who is just coming through our youth intake. And he has been pushed in for our cup games to start. So, you know, it's less than ideal, but we have so many left wingers as well. That's the frustrating part. We have so many wide men, but no central midfielders. And we have 3 left backs, or is it 4? 3 or 4 left backs. We have 2 or 3 right backs, and 7 goalkeepers, I think it is. So, you know, we have a lot of random players in positions that we don't really need 5 or 6 options, but we have them. We have a lot of players who can play centre back, a lot of players who can play left wing, but not many who can play up front. And that is obviously less than ideal. But we're going to make a few changes here. Chow is having a very poor game. Kind of expected it though. He's not been great. We're going to take Garcia off for Alfonso, make Alfonso the Mazzala Maximiliano Ben's not playing that well either. Gonna take Henrique off for Diaz. Yeah. And Geraldo, just such a poor back pass. We got away with that. We really, really got away with that. We're going to go very attacking because I do not want to lose this game. We are going to ask for a bit of passion when I can. Which I can't right now. Valentis, for some reasons, on the left wing. Okay. Ben to Martinez. Back to Ben. Geraldo. I should have taken Geraldo off. That's twice he's made a mistake in, what, 5 minutes? Come on, lads, bit of passion. We're going to lose to 7th in the league. Ben played a 6.2 at the end. Kekrish played a 6.3. Huh. Not good enough. I'm going to get shouty with some of the players after that because that was disgusting. Seems demotivated. I don't fucking care. Granari have a game in hand over everyone else. We pretty much are down to a 2-horse race for the title at this stage. There's not a whole lot of games left. 862 people showed up to that game. We're going to have to pay Deportivo Capitia 130k because I clicked on the wrong person. Machado is close now to getting his 50th appearance. He's played 45 games and scored 37 goals for us. The man is insane. That's our first defeat in 15. And we have the Copa Paraguay final, which will be in the next episode because it's final. And we have Olympia a few days before. Yeah, I think we've figured out what our next episode is going to be. Right, so we will be back in but a moment for the Libertad game. So don't go anywhere because we need to win the next game. Otherwise, Libertad are going to draw level on points with us, and we don't want that. So we're back now for the Libertad game. As you can see, 3 de Febrero have gone and beaten Olympia. So, seems they've picked up their form in the last couple of games. Having beaten us and now beaten Olympia, they're up to 5th in the league. So, congratulations to them. It's probably the highest they're going to get. 30. Yeah, I think that's probably as high as they're going to get. Not too many changes for this game. Actually, there is a few changes. So, Franqueza is going to come in at right back because Geraldo wasn't great in the last game. Diaz is going to come in for Henrique. Guzman comes in for Ricardo. Alfonso comes in because Garcia is suspended. Yegros comes in because Chow was terrible. And that's all the changes we are making for this game. We're going to jump in against Libertad, our fierce rivals, 2nd in the league. It's all very, very close. And the reason Guzman is back in for today's game is he's decided he doesn't want to leave anymore. So I'm going to bring him in, see how he gets on. And yeah, he is our best left back. So the reason I wasn't playing him is because he was being a little bitch. He stopped being a little bitch. So maybe he can, go on and do the footballs now. Maybe. To be fair, Libertad, what the form they're in, it could be a tight game. I would enjoy if we were to just dispense of them quite easily. I don't think they'll go top. I think they'll draw level. But they'll be behind us. Well, I know they're going to draw level if they win. But you're so far outside. I think they'll be behind us regardless because of the goal difference. Our goal difference is quite better than that. Well, not hugely better, but Yegros comes in for today's game. Gives us the goal that takes the lead. We have now stretched our advantage over Libertad as it stands right now. I'm gonna just move this over so we can have goal difference. Yes, our goal difference is currently 14 as it stands, better than theirs. So it's essentially like having an extra point. Philintis kind of put that one wide. We've injured one of their players as well, which is nice to see. Alfonso just boots it clear, Machado picks it up. Has Perez, but he decides to try and go alone. Brings it back across, and Perez hits the defender, and Philintis took about 8 touches too many, but managed to put it in the back of the net, and that's all that matters. Philintis gets the goal. Machado, I think it might have just been because Perez was so far back, but Philintis took far too many touches. I thought the keeper was going to easily catch that, but he didn't, and that is all that matters. And that is just horrendous defending. It hit the back of one of our defenders. Did it? Or was it? Yeah, it must have hit one of our defenders. Otherwise, it would have given Ruiz Diaz the assist. I'm not sure which of our defenders it hit, but it was just shocking defending. So we're 2-1 up, going in at 2-1 up at halftime. I am going to say that I am not happy because, to be fair, I would like us to be doing just a smidge better. And Alfonso, to be fair, 6.4, pretty average for him. As I said, we're not really in a situation where we have a backup option, basically. We're really just kind of running around with Ben and then someone else alongside him. At this stage, I'm considering playing just like one of the defenders in that position, because Diaz can play central midfield. He's not the best at it, but then again, Alfonso, not the best either. Diaz, that was shocking. Oh my god, what was Kekrush doing? And somehow, Libertad don't score. Diaz heads it clear, but Libertad have the ball again, and Philintis gives away a free kick. Philintis is on the wrong side of the pitch, in case you didn't realise. Machado is having a very, very poor game. What I might do actually is just swap 2 of them around in their positions. So I have Machado on the right and see if that makes a difference. I'm going to take Guzman off for Ricardo because he's not been playing well. And we'll see if we can hold on or even score again. That would be nice. Martinez gets to the ball first and then it gets just kind of punted it. And Amarilla puts it in the back there. His 16th of the season. It is 2-2. We're going to make those changes anyway. So we're going to just accept that. Ricardo's coming on for Guzman. Going to demand more. We're going to make another change. Machado, you're playing poorly, so we're going to bring on Saucedo. Make him the advance forward. Perez can be a deep line forward, I guess. Alfonso, you can go on for Caballero, who can play. Yeah, Caballero just be a Mazzella. Actually, Diaz can be. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Diaz is a Mazzella. Henrique is going to come on at centre back and just be a defensive centre back. We're going to see what happens from here. Ideally, we score again. I don't think Yegros. Perez doesn't get there. We're going to ask for a bit of passion. Portillo. It's definitely holding that for longer than 6 seconds. Throws it out to their right back. And now Libertad are on the break. And that was a disgusting tackle by Yegros. A 2-footed lunge. We're just going to 3 up top. All V just be advanced forwards. Ricardo, you can just come back, just come back and defend. Just defend a little bit. Diaz, you can be a ball winning midfielder. We should probably stop attacking, but we're not going to. We're going to ask for a bit more passion. Franquesca. Who was that even to? He literally just threw the ball away. He says, oh, get it away from me. And then he heads the ball extremely poorly. Kekrish does get there. Is he going to roll it to one of our centre backs? Kekrish, what are you doing? Yeah, he does. Martinez. Henrique. Gets it clear. Diaz picks it up. Felintis. I just realised I've put Felintis onto the left side of the strikers, which kind of doesn't make sense. Andre Luis gets in, but Kekrish with the save. Martinez boots it clear. And that is going to be the end of the game. So we have drawn 2-2 with the player sent off. I'm going to be aggressive. See you in training tomorrow. Because we do have 8 days until our next game, which is fine, I guess. The lads can enjoy a bit of training because of how poor they were. Like Felintis, to be fair, we did put him on the wrong side. We put him up front. He's not a striker. Bad tackle, justified. Yeah, just fine him. We hold Libertad to a draw. I don't know, did we hold them to a draw or did we get unlucky in that one of our players decided to do a stupid tackle? A couple of Libertadores, just a little update. It is River Plate versus Colo Colo in the finals. So, my favourite South American team of FM19 versus a team that I managed in this FM, as you might remember. The horrible time we had at Colo Colo. So, next episode is going to be the Paraguay Cup final and Olympia. That will be tomorrow's episode. So, make sure to join in for that because we'll be playing our first cup final of our South American leg, I think. Is it? I suppose it would be. We haven't really been in at any club for that long. But yeah, if you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Share with all of your friends. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!